Hey guys, another week, another game dev vlog. This week, a little slow at times, but did manage to get a few things done. To start off, on Sunday, we did go out, actually soon after I got my video recorded for Sunday, we did go out and get the last 6 shots recorded, and that went fairly well. Took a little longer than expected, but that seems to be the way everything goes. So anyway, I did work a little more on the post-production side of the film. I had mentioned last week that there was the possibility of having it done by the end of the week. That obviously didn't happen. We're actually aiming more realistically towards the end of this week because I need some time to work on Rotate, and that's what I spent a lot of last week doing. I made some pretty good progress. In case you haven't been paying attention on Twitter, my link's down in the description in case you haven't got that before. I have been making pretty good progress. I started off by finishing up the rotation, so now the player doesn't fall on its side and all that. I might insert some of the GIFs that I've posted in this video right here, so you can see what I'm talking about. But I got that done. I improved some stuff with the physics. It still needs a little bit of work, though. Other than some minor things, I've also moved to, I added camera focus, so the camera now moves around, which is a totally new thing I've never experimented with in Rotate, and I think it really adds to the feel of the game, makes it feel more like a proper game anyway, and I think it's just a better design decision for how I want to build levels, so I'm going to be going with that, keeping that. I also, with the camera focus, it took a couple times to get right. At first I had some of the different sprites nested incorrectly, so it looked a little wonky while it was rotating, character moving around on the screen, just it looked wrong, but yesterday morning I swapped those around and it works a whole lot better now. So I also made spikes that can kill the player. I still need to work on adjusting how they handle the collisions and the trigger zones. I rushed it so that I could post the GIF yesterday, screenshot Saturday on Twitter, and now I just need to shift around a little code to basically reuse some of the code for the collisions for like stairs and solid blocks, and use that the same logic for the spikes. It's going to be really simple stuff. Basically, I have where blocks can be defined as colliding, and if they are, I can also define if they're just a trigger or if it should actually be collided with if it's not a trigger. So it does seem to work pretty well. There's a lot I want to do this next week. Obviously, I said I want to get our film done by the end of this week. That's the goal. It's not like it's mandatory. This isn't a serious big project. It's not really a big deal if it does take another week to do. But we would like to have it done by the end of this month, meaning probably this next weekend. So anyway, I'm also going to be doing a lot of work on Rotate. I want to get it to the point where the character is actually the proper humanoid character that I've done in concept art, and I want it to be animated. I want all of that this next week. It's going to be a big challenge. I haven't done a whole lot of animation in the past, but I've done a little bit, so it's just going to take a little bit, probably a day or two, to really get everything together. For all I know, it could end up taking half the week, but hopefully not. So anyway, there's also a lot of other stuff. I would like to start to experiment maybe with some menus. That could help just take my mind off some of the things I'm working with the gameplay, give me something else to think about. I did work on text rendering, was that? I think that was actually this week. I think I forgot to mention that. I'm actually using a simple pixel font that I made with some pixel font tool, because I couldn't find a simple pixel font that actually fit what I needed. There are always certain letters that I just didn't quite like, so I decided, screw it, I'll just make my own. Anyway, the font render, it works well enough for now. I can't change sizes or text alignment. Well, sizes don't really matter, it's a pixel font. But anyway, that's no big deal. I can work on that as I need it. But I will start to work on the menus potentially this week. I will need to move some of the code around from the gameplay to be reusable for the level editor, which I'd like to start properly on this next week, so I can start to build levels in the proper way. It'll speed up development, and as what I said last week, it'll also give players more things to do with the game once they've completed it. They can make their own levels and share those with other players, so that keeps the game alive and allows people to have more fun playing the game, which is the whole point. It's a game. But other than that, there may be some physics tweaks. I still need to fix a little bit of jitter in some of the player movement, ramps in particular. But other than that, I'm just going to be trying to fill out the game more. Based on the fact that I've done 2 weeks of development so far, that means that if I'm going to follow my original plan for how I'd like this to go, I have 4 weeks left to finish the game. And I'd like for the last week to just be polishing up the game so I can have time to refine things or do any bug fixes that I need to before actually reaching out to get a sponsorship on the game. So there's going to be a bit of a rush, I feel, to get actually going at a better pace, because this week, while I have gotten a few things done, it hasn't been as much as I wanted to. One of the things that I did do this week, that's not exactly related to getting any projects done, at least not directly, is I was looking at stuff to do with what I would like to do when I am able to build my first real PC. I'm running on a laptop right now that's definitely getting the job done, and it's been great to have, but I will need an upgrade at some point once I get making money, and that's just to be expected. So I'm looking at different parts. I've been more of a software guy for like many years. I haven't known a whole lot about the hardware, just more of a phonetic understanding about some things. Over the past few days, I have been learning a lot more about various parts, from CPUs to graphics cards to basically everything else. Some things less than others. There's a lot that I still need to learn, but I'm trying to basically get a feel for how much money I would want to spend on my PC, and also it's kind of helping me to visualize my goals, which I know is a very important step in trying to accomplish your goals. You need to be able to visualize what it'll be like, and like what you actually want as the end goal. Like, I'm making games and I want to be making money for more things, of course, be able to be self-sustaining and everything. But as far as tangible things, like getting a new computer would be, well, it's very high up there on things I would want to get. It would drastically change the way I'm able to work and play and do everything else that I want to with it. So it's definitely something that I would like to move towards as quickly as possible. So looking at this stuff, while it has taken a bit of time that I probably should have redirected towards Rotate, it has given me a better idea on what I'm actually working towards. So I suppose that's not really a bad thing. I just need to manage my time a little bit better. So anyway, this next week I want to step up the pace, really get things going a lot faster, make more progress, and really bring Rotate to the next point where it needs to be at. I want it to feel like a proper game, with the character looking correct, levels being more interesting, having a start and finish, getting some menus in over the next week or two as everything progresses. But things need to pick up pace. It's been going pretty slowly lately, but this week, hopefully, it will start going a little bit faster. So yeah. Anyway, if you guys want to keep up with everything that I'm doing, make sure you follow me on Twitter, because I post there more frequently than I do these vlogs. So, and I will start posting more frequently on Twitter than I even am right now. So yeah, I recommend that you guys go follow me if you have Twitter, or at least just check out my page from time to time if you don't. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, maybe learned something, be sure to leave a like, maybe a comment, and definitely subscribe for more content from me in the near future. So yeah, I'll see you around.